Before we dive into today's episode, we got a quick recommendation. I'm reading Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick, and it's packed with great stuff. There's a standout line that really resonates, especially today. The voice you believe will determine the future you experience. It reminds me of how Jesus, through his death and resurrection, showed us the incredible things that can happen when we choose to believe in the will of God. If you're on a path to better yourself or your work, this book might be the nudge you need. You can find it on faithunhinged.com, and buying it here helps support what we do here. I think it could really make a difference for you. And now, welcome to Faith Unhinged. I'm David, and today is a bit special because it's Easter. As you can hear, my voice is not doing well right now, but I truly believe that God wanted us to record this episode. I might have to clear my throat a little bit through the episode, but that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. We're talking about more than just a holiday. And by the way, I don't like that term when it refers to Easter or Christmas, holiday. We're talking about what Jesus did and the powerful example he set for us. It's about new beginnings, overcoming the impossible, and leading in a way that puts others first. He's the ultimate example of what it means to make a comeback. And there's so much we can take from this and in our own lives, in our businesses, and how we treat others. To help us unpack these profound lessons, explore how we can apply Jesus' life teachings to our own challenges, I've invited a very special guest today. She's not only my partner in life, but also a constant source of inspiration. Let's get into how we can apply Jesus' life lessons to our everyday challenges. Think of Easter as the ultimate do-over. Jesus beat the odds, big time, showing us that it's not impossible to bounce back, no matter what. Got a project that flopped or an idea that didn't take off? Remember, Jesus' story tells us it's never too late for a second shot. What's one thing you like to start over? Let's take a cue from Jesus and give it another go. How many do-overs have I received? Well, I don't know if I can count that high, especially for my younger days. Walking into drug house after drug house, getting high on anything I could, and flat out ignoring what was going on around because nothing else mattered except where my next high would come from. I attribute my comeback to the resurrection of Jesus. And on this Easter Sunday, I remember I could be in a much worse position than I am, but because of Jesus' death and resurrection, I am forgiven and set free. I am an heir to the throne of God, just as you are. Jesus had his share of tough times, right? But he didn't let any of this break his spirit. That's something we can all remember when our own plans hit a wall. And by the way, if you're wondering, following God's plan is what works the best. Just saying. Think about a time you felt like throwing in the towel. I know I have several times, even this past week. Sometimes you just feel like going back to bed and starting all over. But the same challenges you faced yesterday may still be there when you get up in the morning. How do we face this head on? Jesus gives us insight into this in Matthew 19:26. It goes like this. Jesus looked at them and said, "With man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible."
Of course, I'm not always perfect. Being a mom and a nana has really shown me how important it is to lead with love and kindness. So what's one thing you can do this week to help someone else? or make them feel important. Let's try to lead more like Jesus did. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought from Matthew 28, 5-6, a scripture that truly captures the essence of Easter. The angel said to the woman, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay." This passage speaks volumes about hope, resurrection, and the promise of a new beginning. It's a powerful reminder.
It's been incredible sharing this time with you, reflecting on the deep, meaningful lessons of Easter. Nancy, thank you for bringing your insights and heart to our conversation today.
Thank you, honey, and thanks to everyone listening. If today's message touched your heart, we encourage you to share it. You never know who might need a little bit of hope and encouragement. Please subscribe to Faith Unhinged wherever you get your podcasts. Let's keep this community growing. For more inspiration and to see how the spirit of Easter is alive today, check out the Belonging Co. They're a wonderful community that really lives out the message of hope and belonging we all crave. You can find more about them online. And don't forget to stop by faithunhinged.com, whether it's to catch up on missed episodes, find resources to deepen your faith, or explore books like Crash the Chatterbox that David was talking about today. We've got plenty to help you on your journey. This Easter, let's remember the message of renewal and triumph over adversity. Keep that hope alive in your hearts and let it guide you through the year. Happy Easter, everyone. Stay hopeful. And remember, every day
we get a do-over.
Shout from the rooftops, let it